Okay. So I was a little surprised 2 days in a row when you said, after announcing I need to bring my, what kind of tool is it?
Multi-tool.
Multi-tool, that you didn't do it the next 2 days. And that's, I said to myself, that's very un-Sally-like.
It is. I kept forgetting to go look for it, though.
Now, hey, look at this rock over there. Doesn't that look like a tiki head?
Yes, it does. No, an Easter Island.
Easter Island, that's what I meant. That's
Yeah.
what I meant, Easter Island.
Yeah. So here's the tool. This is the one that I've always had for a really long time. But this one's like super big.
Yeah.
And it's heavy. So I don't really want to carry the heavy one. So I've got a Gerber mini version sitting in my Amazon cart waiting for me to find one to send it to.
Yeah, I have a multi-tool I've had for years. I carry it in the truck.
Yeah.
And I tend to, in quartzite, clip it on myself full time.
Well, since I tend to wear gym shorts that are pretty lightweight most of the time, it's like dragging down the waistband. I want a smaller one for carrying it around. And I figure as long as I carry it, I'll never need it.
Mm-hmm. This video will not have good sound because my microphone I forgot to charge it. It was almost dead. It's not, we have the same microphone. It was flashing red when I turned it on. Not useful.
Yeah, except that I have,
you have two.
And I've got two, right?
Yeah. I kind of regret not buying the full package and the charging case, but what's done is done.
Well, it could always be done again.
Yeah. They do sell single microphones.
So we're going to head up and check out the botanical garden today.
Which 2 years here, this is the first time I've seen this sign and the whole idea that there's a botanical garden.
And I did part of it 2 years ago. But I didn't do it at all last year.
And Sally will be identifying every plant that we encounter with the Latin names as well as the common names.
Or maybe I'll just make stuff up.
You could try that.
I could try that.
So Hydra Hike and Bike Trail, what does that say? Bench rest. It can't be 5 miles. Is that half a mile? Oh, really?
Yeah, and I didn't know this until yesterday. It starts over by the visitor center, and I imagine winds around this way, which may be the first half mile. Like it. Go down. Thank you. Good job. So, this stuff I couldn't identify at Rockham.
Yeah, the round ones.
I'm pretty sure it's prickly pear.
Prickly pear. And did you verify it's human edible after cooking?
I know that it is.
You know.
I'm just not positive about the name.
And what is the Latin name for the plant?
Prickly pear A. Oh, that's pig Latin.
Well, I didn't specify, did I?
No, you did not. What are you doing, Kit? Come on around.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to get a close-up of that.
So that's a...
Now if I were in the desert and I were dying of thirst, if I cut that open, would I find any moisture?
Maybe a little, but I don't think a whole lot. And the Latin name is Phaerocactus wesleyanii. Wow, I got my braces in, I can hardly talk.
Well, and you're cheating. Of course.
Pay no attention to the words on the sign. Go ahead.
So someone was saying that they're seeing rattlesnakes every morning. Like, not me.
Nope. I found it interesting though that somebody also said, hey, come here. Somebody also said that now rattlesnakes are moving to the mountains. I'm just thinking to myself, what do you mean now?
Yeah, I always thought they were in the mountains.
Well, I lived in the mountains for decades, and I had to get them out of my yard and occasionally out of my house.
I do know, like in Idaho in the higher mountains, they don't exist.
Yeah, well, there is an elevation at which they don't thrive. Then you can get too high. All right, now this is interesting.
What is it?
Is that
It looks
a bird's
like,
nest in there?
I don't know. It looks like it, doesn't it? Okay, from a distance, it looks like a bird's nest. Close up, I'm not sure what that is. Anybody in the comments?
I think it's a bird's nest. Don't poke it. It is a bird's nest.
It
There's
is
probably an opening, like,
on the other side.
or underneath even. That's got to be a bird's nest.
I think it's a rattlesnake nest.
No, they live in the ground. They live in holes.
Tarantula nest.
No, they live in the ground, Phil.
Cougar nest.
Maybe it's a fox den.
Fox den.
Botanical garden and got on the hydro trail.
Where's the botanical garden?
Like in the middle there.
Oh, that we've already seen, so it's small. They're neat looking rocks up here though.
Cricket. Well, now we're off the beaten path. Oh, and there's the beaten path again.
Is this the 3 mile trail?
Yeah, but I think, or maybe in this direction it doesn't. I would think that this would, the same trail starts at the visitor center.
So you think if we go left it'll go to the visitor center?
I sort of think that.
Well, there's really one obvious way to find out.
True.
We had a discussion last night, you and I and Barb sitting outside your rig, about how it's difficult to convey the moments of almost pure joy that you get in this lifestyle. You can take pictures of it, you can take a high resolution video of it, but you never get really the whole picture. And last night it was just, the sun was setting over the desert and the rocks, and we're with close friends, and the dogs are all there, and it's just this sense of overwhelming peace that is hard to find in this life.
And contentment.
And contentment, yeah.
That's how I often think of it. I don't feel like I need to be doing something or be someplace else or necessarily even do it. It's okay to just be.
I apologize for the wind noise. Not much I can do about that since I was out of juice on my wind microphone. When I said it's hard to find in this life, I didn't mean RV or nomad life, I meant life in general.
Right.
It's funny when I hear people talking, younger people talking about their careers and their houses and cars. Boy, I'm at a point in my life where I don't care about any of those things even a little bit.
Now, electric bikes, on the
Electric
other hand,
bikes are another matter.
and you and I are both kind of gadget people, too.
Yeah.
To a much greater extent than many other nomads we know.
So the explanation for the electric bike is in September of 2019, I pre-ordered one of the first, if you're familiar with this brand, electric, not electric, but electric e-bikes out of Phoenix. I bought the first one. It's known as the 1.0 model. So I've had it for 4 years, and I love everything about my bike except for one thing. It's over 60 pounds. It does fold in half. When I move camp and I need to lift it into the back of my car, the older I get, the more concerned I get that I'm going to hurt myself lifting it. It's just at the edge of, boy, I need to be very intentional about how I'm moving my body when I lift it. To the point where if I'm at some place for a short period of time, I may not even take it out and use it for only that reason. So, I paid $8.99 4 years ago, and they have many different models now. One of them is called the Light, and it's a full 15 pounds lighter, which on the surface doesn't seem a lot, but it's very significant when you're lifting something that bulky into the back of your car. With tax, this brand new bike is on sale for $813 delivered. Think about that. 4 years later, I'm buying a newer version of the same product, same manufacturer, and it's less money than 4 years ago. Plus, I am convinced I'll be able to sell it for $500 or thereabouts when I get to Quartzsite pretty easily. And I may even get another discount because Sally suggested, why don't you ask them if they're interested in a YouTube channel review. So they submitted my YouTube channel to see if they're interested in me doing a review. Maybe I'll get a discount. Probably not. I only have, just under 3,000 subscribers, so it's not really their ideal target for YouTubers.
No, but on the other hand, being able to reach 3,000 people that you otherwise may not be reaching,
right,
is definitely a bonus.
And as I pointed out, I've seen lots of YouTube channels reviewing the electric e-bikes. I have not seen one with the dog carrier, which I have, and featuring a human and a dog using the bike. So I'm sure they're out there. I just haven't seen any.
I haven't seen any. And maybe featuring a human and two dogs.
Right, true.
Because didn't you determine that you can take Kit too?
Yeah, there's plenty of, for a short distance, not a problem. They would be be tight quarters in there, but
well, and that's why my e-bike is not with me, because I haven't been able to get Kit used to riding yet, because I don't have a trailer. It'd just be in the backpack and that.
Dottie was pretty resistant to going to that little trailer at first, and now I just open the back and make a little sound and she hops up in there. One of the great things is you know, she asked, how do you use the person selling me bikes, how do you use it? And I said, most of the use is in Quartzsite, and I'm buzzing around from camp to camp. Very short distances, flat but rough terrain. And with Dottie, if I get to a camp and I don't want to take her, I don't want her out, she'll just sleep in the carrier while I'm hanging out with people.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So we're not walking towards the visitor center. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah, I did notice that, and I'm thinking, oh, we're not walking towards the visitor center. But I think, is that a shelter out there? Or a tree? I think it's a shelter.
Where are you looking?
Straight out ahead on top. I think it's a shelter. And if it is, then we'll
I think that's a tree. I think it's a tree, but I don't know what that white thing is. That's a man-made thing.
Oh yeah, that's a man-made thing for sure.
All right, I'm going to shut her off for a little while. Hey, I'm really sorry about this, but the last part of the video, I don't know what happened. It goes really fast and there's no sound, and so you can't hear what Sally's saying. I'm sure it's vitally important, but I don't remember what it was. If I did, I'd tell you. So I'm going to have to end this video here and hope that you enjoyed it, despite all my mistakes.